All right, what's up, guys? Now, yeah, I had to talk on this because, nah, man, the Wayans deserves to have some sort of show go like its full course, like like a show, a movie. Well, I mean, with a movie, it's like, yeah, I guess you can do like a one-time movie and make it good, and then maybe follow it up with a sequel sometime later. Because yeah, it's like with the scary movies, I'm like those were good. But yeah, it's like you think of like White Chicks, Mo Money, Low Down Dirty Shame. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I grew up watching like a lot of different work from the Waynes and stuff. So Papa's House, I haven't started watching this show yet. I was like, at some point in time, I am going to watch it. And I was thinking this myself. I'm like, probably once when because I don't really like doing that. I don't like having it where it's like there's a show that I got to wait for a long period of time for like the next episode and things. And so that's why I'm like, okay, like when I do have some time, because I'm a busy person. When I have some time though, I am going to watch this show. I'm going to sit down and watch it, whatever streaming service it's on, or if it's on cable or like on demand. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it and stuff. I seen yesterday that the show got canceled, and I'm thinking to myself, this is why I'm doing this video, more so to just let any other network know you have to pick up on this show. Because no, I was watching the bloopers of Papa's House, and it really brought me back to that time of like how 90s like just sitcoms were, like 90s like just black TV shows where they have those bloopers at the end. It's an amazing cast working on the show. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is a show that doesn't deserve to just only have one season. Where I'm like, if you sit down and think about just the amount of work that could go into this show, I'm like, fam, if I got to set some time aside and write out some episodes for this show, be a cameraman, producer, whatever the case may be, I'm like, so be it. But this, no, I'm about sick and tired of Wayne's, because what, the Wayne's Bros got canceled. I looked up In Living Color to see if that show had got canceled, but it was that the Wayans had walked away from that show because I think it was like a like they didn't have like that creative power no more. So I think there was like they walked away from the show. But what else? It was like, I mean, it was like a lot of different shows that I had looked up where it was canceled. They had Damon Wayans, he had like a show called Damon, and it was like some TV series that lasted one season on Fox. Hold on for a second. Let me see. Oh, My Wife and Kids. That was another show that got canceled by them. And I'm thinking, it just because the way that show ended, you knew that it was like, that wasn't how that show was supposed to end. But that show got canceled. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did say the Wayans brothers. Hold on for a second. Waynehead, that was a show that ran from 96 to 97. That show I believe got canceled. Let me see some then yeah, now I had looked up In Living Color, but I was like, bro, all these different shows that these guys are behind and then got canceled, or they just didn't have that creative power no more. I'm like, no. And so I can't remember who it was that had made that tweet or post, comment, whatever it was out, but they were saying that BET should pick up Papa's House. And I'm like, I feel that BET would be a perfect spot for Papa's House. I feel like that because I'm like, I don't know, like, yeah, maybe with like what was it, CBS, I think that's the network. And I'm like, fam, CBS, I'm like, that's a network that I don't think I will ever have. I'm like, no, I don't want to do no shows or have it. I'm like, yeah, if it's like a show where it's like, it's a, okay, like, yeah, it was CBS. But if it's a show where I'm like, yeah, there's like some good writers and people and all that stuff behind it, where I'm like, okay, I know that this is a show that can last some time. But it just seems like, I wonder, do they have like a list of shows that were canceled on? Let me ask Chat GPT real quick. Let me ask some AI, how many shows have CBS canceled throughout the years? Let's just see what they say. Searching the web. All right, yeah, it done been a lot. They got to take that long. See, there was like CBS has canceled numerous television shows over the years, but an exact total number isn't publicly available. That's how many shows they done canceled throughout the years. There's all like CBS. So last year CBS canceled 7 shows, including NCIS Hawaii, CSI Vegas, and Bob Hart's Obishola. What? Notably, SWAT was initially canceled but later renewed for an 8th season 2023. While the specific numbers are less clear, CBS did cancel several shows, including the final CSI series, and there's like 2022, 6 shows were canceled among Magnum PI and Good Sam. Yeah, it's like there's like CBS introduced 74 new scripted shows. Of these, approximately 46% were canceled of after or one season. Yeah, it's like, bro, CBS, it's like, what do you guys got going on where it's like a show you guys are like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and greenlight this show, but we're gonna cancel it. That's why I'm like, nah, man. I think that, I ain't trying to CBS. It might be good for like news and other things, but I'm like, nah, you guys don't need to have no more. Maybe start focusing on movies. At least then it's like, okay, we can just only do one thing of this movie and leave it at that. But TV shows, I'm saying it be shows that are good, and I'm like, that's one thing about it. It's like I don't think I've ever seen a show or just any form of work from the Wayans that was bad. I'm like, and even if people want to say, oh, well, this was bad, it still had its funny parts. It still was good to some. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that's when, I mean, if people want to see, like, I guess, say that, I'm like, that's your opinion. But speaking for myself, I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing bad from the Wayans, all right? So that just trips me out, man. I'm like, you see all these different shows and stuff come out, and then it's like it gets canceled. I'm like, dang, bro. It's like, even when cause like when I watch reruns of the Wayans brothers and seeing how that show ended, I'm like, yeah, that show could have went on a little bit. I'm like, if anything's what they should have did is renewed it for, because I'm like, the show was on for some time. What they could have did was like, okay, let's renew it for this one last season and end it after that, and have it where it's all like, Marlon, because I think that's how it should have been. Like, Marlon landed this big time role. He didn't really have that much time to hang out with Sean, but then Sean ended up opening up more newsstands or whatever, or something, or maybe getting involved in the internet. It's like they should have had some. I'm like, if I sit down and think about it, I possibly could think of some stuff. But yeah, they should have had it where it's all like, they finally move out the apartment and things, and then yeah, then maybe have it, and then, because I know that they did have it where there was one episode where Pops was gonna sell the house. So I'm like, I think it could have been something like that too, where there's all like Pops retires, he sells the house, sells the diner and things. I don't know, maybe the diner might got closed down based on based on some of the stuff that they said about Pops. He out here serving pigeon and stuff like that. But I mean, it was like a landmark and stuff. I do remember them saying that. But yeah, overall, he could possibly, I don't know, or that too. He could have sold off the diner to Sean, and then that's how the show could have ended. Was maybe Marlon coming back from a movie or TV show, whatever, and then he visits Sean in the diner. I'm saying that there could have been a proper ending rather than, oh, let's do the ending where it was what was that boxer's name? I can't think of his name. But anyways, but yeah, it was like they that just didn't seem like that seemed like that could have been like the first episode to a season or something. That didn't seem like no proper ending. But yeah, I'm saying like they should, a network should pick up Papa's House, whether it's Netflix, whether it's BT, what else? I don't know if MTV or VH1 will pick up the, I don't know. There's more, they try to be music, but they ain't really music no more. But I'm saying there's somebody needs to pick up this show. And I feel like, yeah, BET, that I feel like that would be a good start on picking up this show. And I ain't trying to hear nothing about it. I'm like, bruh, you guys, you could turn to BET right now. They showing reruns of a show that already done like played its course. So I'm like, chop that down to have and save some time for Papa's House. I'm just saying, like, to me, TBS, TNT, there's so many different networks that could pick this up, and I'm like, bro, then no, this is a show that doesn't need to be canceled after one season. That's crazy, man. But I mean, anyways, yeah, I mean, if it does get canceled, I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, I honestly, and the funny thing is, I said this a while back. I truly do believe that the Wayans got some sort of like curse with them. Like, they either got some bad blood with somebody behind the scenes, or they got a legitimate curse. Because I'm like, that just doesn't even make any sense, where you guys done had all these movies that could have became franchises, TV shows that could have had 100 seasons, but they all get canceled, or they never get no sequel, like talking movies and stuff. I'm like, man, that's just crazy to me. But anyways, yeah, hopefully, maybe with me doing this video and then just a lot of people talking and, about it and stuff, maybe somebody might pick up Papa's House. If not, then yeah, man, I'm like, that's messed up. But anyways, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.